Module 6, line 64, Occupancy and Possession. A. Unless paragraph 6b is checked, seller shall, at closing, deliver occupancy and possession of the property to buyer, free of tenants, occupants, and future tenancies. Also, at closing, seller shall have removed all personal items and trash from the property and shall deliver all keys, garage door openers, access devices, and codes as applicable to buyer. If occupancy is to be delivered before closing, buyer assumes all risk of loss to the property from the date of occupancy and shall be responsible and liable for maintenance from that date and shall have accepted the property in its existing condition as of the time of taking occupancy. See Rider T, pre-closing occupancy by buyer. Okay.
So it's pretty self-explanatory, and it's very courteous to make sure that the home may be broom swept when, transferring possession. And it's no trash is in the garage, no trash is around the home. All those things have to be removed to the property. All the wood and the leftover materials from when you were doing a remodel is not in the backyard. All those things have to be removed from the property.
Exactly. So this is really important. Listing agents, make it very clear to your sellers that if the property is going to be transferred without tenants, it's not subject to tenancy, which we will get into, then the property needs to be delivered vacant of anything that wasn't prior and previously agreed to. So I'm going to reference the personal property maybe that we agreed that would stay on the property. That's fine. It was agreed to. Mm-hmm. But everything else has got to go. So they may not have liked the couch, or maybe it was too heavy and bulky to move out, or their movers got tired and forgot it, whatever the case may be. This is something that holds up closings. Mm-hmm. This is something where we end up having to negotiate credits and how much is it going to cost to remove it. I know this contract is an as-is contract and the property is being taken as is, but it's not subject to all the trash and tenants. And, we're talking a lot about personal property, but this also goes for tenants. So sometimes you're selling a property and the owner has existing tenants, and that tenant was supposed to vacate. If they have not vacated timely, this closing will be stopped. Most new buyers do not want to adopt non-performing tenants. If you're representing a seller that has a tenant that's currently on the property and they're selling the property and the tenant's supposed to vacate before closing, it's really important that you're aware of the lease agreement that's in place between your seller and that tenant, and that your seller's abiding by any termination or notice requirements to that tenant, because if that tenant is still on the property as the date of closing, it's not going to close because buyers don't want to adopt a non-abiding tenant. And arguably that buyer had every intention of moving in right away. So it's really important that the tenant is removed from the property if this property is not being sold subject to tenancy.